WordPress.org. It's important to not confuse WordPress.org with WordPress.com. WordPress.org is a free open-source CMS originally designed for blogging, but now it's used by all sorts of websites and online stores. WordPress.com is a blog hosting platform. If you're not sure about the difference between the two, check out for detailed comparison of WordPress.org and WordPress.com. You need to host your WordPress site yourself, which means finding a suitable WordPress hosting provider. WordPress itself doesn't cost anything. However, you'll need a domain name, around $9–15 per year, and a hosting account, with a web host that can run WordPress, normally from $7.99 per month. We have a special deal with Lacam where you can get WordPress hosting, which includes a free domain and free SSL. Joomla, another popular free open-source CMS platform that comes with lots of different templates and extensions. It's free to use, but you'll need hosting and a domain name. Joomla is packed with features, and many web hosts offer a one-click installation. However, it's really an ideal CMS platform for developers and experienced website creators, so it's not such a good option for beginners. Joomla itself is free, though you'll need to pay for a domain name and web hosting that supports Joomla. Lacam is a good option here, as they have specific Joomla hosting plans with lots of handy features. You may find yourself paying for some extensions to add more functionality to your website. You might even want to budget for getting help from a developer, depending on what you're trying to achieve. Drupal, another open-source CMS platform. It's the CMS behind some major websites, including The Economist's site and a number of universities' sites. Drupal is a good option for developers, or for people able to hire a developer. It's especially good if you're aiming to build a highly customized site that needs to handle a lot of data. They offer free installation and can even help you transfer an existing Drupal site. WooCommerce. WooCommerce is the most popular e-commerce platform in the world. It's really flexible and it's easy to manage. WooCommerce isn't technically a CMS platform itself. Instead, it runs as a plugin on WordPress, so you'll need to have WordPress on your site in order to install WooCommerce. The WooCommerce plugin itself is free, but you may need to pay for extra plugins and extensions for your online store. You'll also need to pay for a domain name and a web hosting account. Lacam is a great web host to pick, as they'll install WooCommerce and the storefront theme for your site for you. BigCommerce. It is a fully hosted e-commerce platform, which is sometimes called an all-in-one platform. It's easy to get started with if you're a beginner. BigCommerce hosts your site for you, as well as providing the actual CMS platform itself. It also handles security and backups for you. You need to pay a monthly subscription to use BigCommerce, which means it's not so cost-effective as some other solutions. With all the plans, you can save a bit of money by paying upfront annually instead of paying monthly. Shopify is another all-in-one hosted CMS platform. You won't need to buy hosting, install any software, or manage things like updates and backups. It has a straightforward drag-and-drop interface. It supports in-store sales, which is great if you have a physical store as well as an online one. Shopify's pricing plans are similar to BigCommerce's options. There's one major difference, though. Shopify doesn't make you move up to the next plan based on a certain dollar figure in sales. WordPress.com. It is the commercial, hosted version of WordPress. It's easy to confuse it with WordPress.org, which is open source, self-hosted WordPress. With WordPress.com, you get an all-in-one CMS platform that's hosted for you. You can purchase a domain name or use a free subdomain with WordPress.com branding. There is a free WordPress.com plan available, but if you'd like your own domain name, and you want to avoid WordPress putting ads on your website, you need to choose one of their paid plans. Ghost is a CMS platform specifically designed for bloggers. You'll often hear it described as a headless CMS, which might sound quite odd. This just means that the CMS platform doesn't force content to be delivered in a specific way. So, the content or data you produce could be shown on a website, but it could also be sent to a mobile app or something else entirely. If you're not a developer, though, or you just want to use Ghost for blogging, you don't need to worry about this. The Ghost software itself is free, but you'll need to pay for a domain name and web hosting. Unlike bigger CMS platforms, Ghost isn't supported by all that many web hosts. Magento, a powerful open-source e-commerce platform from the huge software company Adobe. There's a free version you can download and install on your own web hosting account, called Magento Open Source. Magento Commerce isn't cheap. In fact, it's so pricey that the Magento website doesn't even tell you what it costs. Text Pattern is a simple, straightforward CMS platform that's been available since 2003. It's open source and has plenty of documentation to help you get started. Text Pattern itself is completely free. You'll need to have a domain name and web hosting account in order to use it to build a website. Wix, a popular CMS platform, though it has some limitations. We often get readers asking how to switch from Wix to WordPress. That's because every smart business owner knows that WordPress is definitely better than Wix. With that said, Wix is beginner-friendly and it might be worth considering. It offers a free plan too. You can use Wix for free, if you're happy with a Wix-branded domain name and ads running on your site. The paid plans offer more flexibility and start from $13 per month, paid upfront annually. If you want to take online payments, you'll need to pay additional $23 per month or more annually. Blogger has been around since 1999. As you can tell from the name, it's a CMS platform that's specifically geared up for blogging. It's a free service provided by Google. Blogs on Blogger normally have Blogspot in the domain, though it's possible to use your own domain name instead. Blogger is completely free and you won't be charged anything, unless you choose to buy a custom domain name. If you do buy a domain name, it's best to get it from a domain registrar, not from Blogger itself. That way, you can more easily move your site away from Blogger in the future. Bitrix24, a CMS platform alongside other features like the ability to manage your tasks, projects, communications, and customer relationships. It's free at the basic level, which offers up to 5 GB of online storage and 12 user accounts, and offers an all-in-one solution for small businesses. If you want a customer relationship management tool, it could be a good choice. The Start Plus plan costs $24 per month, and the Professional plan costs $199 per month, with a range of options in between. You get a discount if you pay for the year up front. You can also opt to purchase the software to use within your organization, instead of paying a monthly fee and using it online. This costs from $1,490. Typo 3, a free, open-source CMS platform that has been around even longer than Blogger. It was originally released in 1998. It's useful for intranet sites as well as websites. There are a number of extensions available for Typo 3 that offer extra functionality too. PrestaShop, an open-source e-commerce CMS platform. You host it yourself, so you can install it on any web host that supports it. We recommend using LACAM PrestaShop hosting. We believe that WordPress.org is the best CMS platform and website builder in the world. Over 35% of all websites on the internet is powered by WordPress, and there's a good reason for that. WordPress has everything you want in a perfect CMS platform. It's easy to get started, and many WordPress web hosting companies offer a one-click install process. You can extend the functionality in almost any way you can think of using plugins. On WordPress, you could run an e-commerce store, an online forum, a learning management system, a membership site, an auction site, a marketplace, and almost anything else you can think of. There are no limits on what you can do with WordPress. And if you find that you need more space for your site as it grows, you can easily upgrade your hosting to managed WordPress hosting company. To get started with WordPress, we recommend using LACAM. So for Module 5, we will practice on WordPress.